I'm Tonya with SpoilerTV. I am with John Rogers. He's the executive producer of the new show, The Player, coming up this fall, and we want to find out all about it. So tell us what we can expect.
You can expect big action, big stunts. It's amazing to have actors who can do all their own stunts. If you see the pilot, that's Phil on the motorcycle.
He does his own stuff.
Yeah, Phil going off the van. That's Phil in all those sequences. That's Phil and Wesley fighting in that room. You know.
Wow.
So we want to give you an action movie a week. We want to give you really compelling drama. They're cool characters. They're complicated characters. They have very dark pasts. They're trying to be better people. Well, one of them is. So we want you to really, this is not a show where it starts as, hey, now we're a crime-fighting family. This is a show where every episode, at the end of it, they're like, do I have to kill one of you? Who gets out of this alive?
Ooh, high stakes.
Very high stakes. And then the big thing at the end is the conspiracy, the idea that there is a coherent worldview, there is a secret history of the world you don't know about. There's a big clue in the very first episode that we actually say in dialogue about how they're able to do this and why their technology is about 20 years ahead of everybody and why they have all these back doors. Nobody's picked it up yet. But if you watch every week and you connect the dots, we're playing fair with you. You should be able to start figuring out how this world works.
Tell us a little bit about the cast and how that all came about. Did you find the perfect cast?
We found the perfect cast, absolutely. I mean, I was a giant Strike Back fan, and it was funny because they brought, as I was writing the character, I'm like, man, this would be Phil Winchester, be really good for this.
You were thinking of him from the
absolutely,
beginning.
Really good for this. And then they brought him in for the meeting. It's a funny story because his agents are like, all right, don't show that you want the show because we want to. And they're telling me, like,
cool.
Don't tell them you want the actor, you want the leverage. And 5 minutes in, I was reenacting Strike Back scenes, like, you got the bomb! And he's like, yeah, I love that. Oh, I love this bit in the script where he goes. And the people in suits are like, all right, well, I guess he's doing the show. You're doing it. So he was perfect for it. He has that humanity. There's that great scene in the bar where he he's just like there for his ex-wife, but not in a sexual way. It's because they're friends. Like, you believe he's a good guy, a fundamentally decent human, because Phil is a fundamentally decent human. On set he was like baby pictures, nothing but baby. Look at my new baby. Like, he's just a really, when we took breaks on set, we'd watch the Clippers game with Damon Gupton. Like, he's a guy you want to have a beer with because you literally have a beer with him. And for Wesley, the character was saying, like, he needs to be kind of quietly terrifying. He needs to have presence. He needs to fill a room every time he walks in, but not in a flashy way. And we just kept using these examples of Wesley Snipes characters. And Sony's like, we could call Wesley. And so we called him, and he was a big Blacklist fan, and said, yeah, I'd love to give it a try. And Barrett Nillary, the director, and I sat down and told him, you're not a good guy, you're not a bad guy, you're complicated, the audience is never going to know if they're going to root for you or hate you. And so he got really invested in it. And if you've seen the pilot, he's perfect. I mean, every gesture, every glance, and the fact he can land a joke, which a lot of those guys can't do. That whole scene where he goes and gets Alex out of away from the cops is hilarious, and it's not really written super funny. It's Wesley came in and started rehearsing it and brought that character and found the jokes, and I was like, this is a gift.
We're looking forward to it. Can't wait to see it.
I hope you enjoy it. There's a lot of fun. If you're a SpoilerTV fan and you're one of those people who goes in the forums and rips apart all the clues, we're dropping clues for you. There's a big conspiracy for you to figure out, and we play fair. We're not making it up week to week. We know what that first season is, and if you're paying attention, you might be a little bit ahead of us.
Okay, cool. You heard it here on SpoilerTV. Thanks, John.